Many players believe that white is the worst color in Commander, and perhaps even in Magic as a whole. It is debatable whether or not this is true, but I believe that the cards in white have a number of unique qualities that open up very interesting synergies and strengths. This series is dedicated to exploring options that white has to show that the claim that white is the worst may not be as set in stone as it seems. This episode will talk about the card Field of Ruin, and how a simple answer against non-basic lands that may be giving us trouble can be abused in a number of ways. There are many lands that destroy lands, and it is useful to run one or two of these lands in any given deck based on the number of powerful non-basics that are legal in Commander. Cabal Coffers, Gaia's Cradle, the Ixalan Flip lands, Rogue's Passage, the Innistrad utility lands, etc. Ignoring budget, most players will likely gravitate towards Strip Mine or Wasteland, as they require no mana investment other than losing the land itself. After this, most deck builders consider Ghost Quarter for a similar efficiency, or Tectonic Edge for its ability to match Wasteland without giving the opponent a land. Other options include the extremely slow Encroaching Waste, and the repeatable Dust Bowl to ensure that you can answer lands more than once. With all of these options at our disposal, why choose Field of Ruin? Once it is used, it gives each player a land. While this helps to make sure that our land removal does not cost us some of our valuable land resources, it does grant this replacement land to not just you and the player whose land you destroyed, but each player. However, I believe that it is this aspect of the card that can be taken advantage of, and there are many reasons why. The most critical aspect of White's color pie, at least in Commander, is that it gains tools when behind. For example, land tax can fetch 3 basics if you have less lands than an opponent. This ability is extremely powerful, and it helps ensure that the white deck never skips a beat in terms of land drops. Using Field of Ruin may help us answer an opponent's problematic land while also making sure that another opponent will still control more lands than us. This is the crux of my argument in favor of this card. Numerous cards in white are capable of providing tremendous advantage should we have less lands than our opponents. Oath of Lieges, Cartographer's Hawk, and Knight of the White Orchid can ramp us with additional lands, while Verge Rangers can draw us lands from the top of our library. Weathered Wayfarer is a reusable tutor for powerful lands, and Gift of Estates and Tithe are one-time land taxes at a pretty efficient cost. Oresco's Explorer could also draw some additional planes, and Boreas Charger follows suit with the ramp suite as long as we can ensure its ability to leave the battlefield. Before the next section, it is important to consider that creating this land differential can be accomplished with any of the land destruction lands, so running Field of Ruin is not strictly necessary for any of the strategies presented above. These strategies in tandem with land destruction lands should probably be considered for any strong package of white cards in a deck. Field of Ruin, as well as Ghost Quarter, offer us some additional synergy by taking advantage of their ability to make people search for lands. While Ghost Quarter is a meh, Field of Ruin forces everyone to search, so keep these cards in mind that could offer additional synergy. Aven Mind Sensor and Leonin Arbiter will make searching difficult, but ensure that you have the extra mana to pay for Arbiter to make sure you get your own land back from this. Field of Ruin can also be used to disrupt tutors that put cards on top of an opponent's library, forcing our opponents to be more careful with their staples lest they get answered by a land. Finally, as with all lands that put themselves in the graveyard, Field of Ruin can be abused by 2 of White's best engine cards, Sun Titan and Savine's Reclamation. These cards will allow us to ramp even further with Field, and answer another land that's giving us trouble if necessary. In the right deck, Crucible of Worlds could make lands like this shine even brighter as well. In conclusion, there are many ways in White's toolkit to abuse the utility provided by Field of Ruin, so maybe give it or other land destruction lands a try, and make an effort to take note of these synergies. Thanks for watching.